Okay, we're live. This is the first time that we're doing a live event as the Sentai Truther Club. Now, we've all done stuff together, obviously. We know each other, etc. But yeah, this is our first time trying something like this specifically for Sentai Truther.
No, it's our first time killing time during the advertisements that users are watching before the stream sort of clicks in, and it's a little bit of dicking around or a little bit of ducking. Nobody says nobody
I
cares.
think we can say what we want.
There's racists on this platform right now streaming stuff, so I don't feel that bad.
So
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Sentai Truthers of all ages, welcome to the first annual Sentai Truther Club Battle for the Grid.
Yeah.
Woo!
We're in here.
For this. Yeah.
We're here. We out here.
Yeah. And Rangers and residents of Angel Grove, welcome to the Sentai Truther Club. And as always, I am your host, Grav, and with me is my lovely comrade, Kennedy.
Yep, we're here.
And today we've got a lovely host for this event, Paul Byron.
Oh, hey, everybody. He means me, the third person. I get it. Oh, this is a joy. I'm excited. This will be fun. I've learned enough about this game to talk about it, I hope, credibly. And if not that, then I'm going to make fun of you for being bad at it.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. One of the, when I was scouting for these hosts, the toughest time that I had was finding someone who knew about the game, but also had good politics.
So the fighting game community is not the... Okay, so one-on-one combat, I suppose, doesn't speak to solidarity so much as an ethos, and I now that I'm thinking it through, I can see why that might be challenging.
Listen, there was a lot of solidarity going on in Chinatown Fair. Let me tell you, in New York City,
there are definitely like people in the fighting game community that are wonderful and like buck that trend, but it's definitely the trend to buck.
I don't know enough about it. That was just a projection of like, oh, what is this game about? Oh, this ain't StarCraft. Like, it's like, oh, what are you doing? Mobilizing units and allocating mass resources. Like, all right, now I could see some communists in there. Like, that's at least makes some sense, right?
There is Sonic Fox in the fighting game community.
Yes.
But I mean, they've had to deal with some
Sonic
bullshit.
Fox, the illegitimate child of Star Fox and Sonic. We've all read the slash fic. So many comics, I can't even talk about it.
Yeah, but like the best part about this was that, we got someone to help host this event who I could throw a bunch of videos at them and be like, hey, this is a great place to start. I too am learning this game, so I really can't help you on this. But from what I gathered, this is like the best videos to watch, at least to get to know the mechanics. So I'm glad that you invested the time into getting to learn Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Now, I don't want to get too much into an interview with you because, Paul, we've got a recording coming up for an episode that's a couple of weeks out.
You gave me some weird homework too. Like,
you guys will have to find out more about Paul then. But in today, we're gonna kind of go a little bit further beyond the curtain. And Paul, you're going to ask us questions about Sentai Truther Club and our general knowledge about Power Rangers.
Well, I mean...
Or fighting games in general, really.
I mean,
sure, you could do that too.
I appreciate it's the thrust of your show, but like, why a leftist show about a merchandise show? I mean, like, right? Like, it is basically, like, the episodes you gave me are... the dinosaurs, and they have so many extraneous toys. They're like, oh, there's not even Rangers for these, but they show up sometimes and we turn them into a guy too, and you also have to buy these, otherwise you can't build the big one. And I adore that, but like, how did you get I see there's a lot of themes of team spirit and like working together and support, but like also this is a merchandise show.
Yeah.
Do you wanna go first?
I say this is a person whose favorite movie is what for a long time was Transformers the movie, a 90-minute long toy commercial starring Orson Welles and Leonard Nimoy. I don't have a lot of like moral high ground. This is just like, what's up?
Yeah, I get
How'd
it.
you
I
get
get it.
here?
Yeah.
I loved the I think as a kid, I really vibed. I only caught a little bit of Mighty Morphin. I wouldn't say I caught a lot, but as a kid, I really vibed with I caught reruns of Mighty Morphin, and I really vibed with Billy. I was a really big Billy stan, and
They had to work so hard to make that hunky man into like a dorky little boy. Like,
yeah, and then I know I dressed as a Blue Ranger as well, but at the time it was Power Rangers Turbo. And I think I liked certain aspects of it. Like I liked the vehicle designs at the time when I was a kid. Um
they were way cool. Like, they're cool cars. Like, they do make like, oh, this is a cool space car. It's not as cool as a giant robot dinosaur. We understand. We'll get back to it. We promise.
right. Well, the thing is that season is terrible.
Voltron had a similar thing that happened.
Yeah, and pretty much since then, like I've always been a fan. I faded away for a while. I think I cut out at around Power Rangers Ninja Storm, and I think what always got to me and what kept me watching was that sense of solidarity, having your friends like always there for you, working together. And I always like picked up on like always like that always do the right thing sort of mentality, even though it might get you in trouble. And there are, to be fair, now that we've watched, we're coming up on our 12th season now, in terms of recordings. Now that we've watched all these seasons, it even goes so far as to say like there's even a season that outright says, hey, sometimes the morally right thing to do isn't necessarily the legally right thing to do.
Yeah.
And it raises those moral quandaries. So it gets kind of deep in that sort of sense. And also like it's kind of like it's science fiction in a way in which like what if like liberal democracy was the end of history, right? What if Francis
It
Fukuyama
does
was
come out right then. That's
like what if that was actually it, and like the United States like did some form of reparations and like had a sort of like command economy, so to speak. And then they too, we even have like our own theories that they too even like go through their own sort of like the end of the Soviet Union and the fall of the Berlin Wall, and like that sort of those sorts of events kind of play out differently in the USSA, so to speak, of Power Rangers.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that. I also I think first of all that there's just a special place in my heart for the Power Rangers. It's something that was important to me growing up, not just because like I liked it and it was cool to watch, but like it was a show that I thought about in moments of lack of confidence as a child. Like when you talk about like truly aspirational television, Power Rangers had that quality for me as a kid where I would look at these like, 18, 17, 16, 21-year-old, whatever, kind of like young adultish, late teen Power Rangers that I like really wanted to be, and like think about that aspirationally. So I've always associated it with things like that. And so going back to watch it, you kind of mentioned like there's these obvious themes of like teamwork and solidarity, and like the best seasons of the Power Rangers really emphasize the idea that the bad guys are stronger but can't work together, and what the good guys have is teamwork. And that's like a really cool thing a lot of the times the way it's presented. And I just like that a lot. I also think, on the other hand, that analyzing capitalist media from a leftist perspective is always kind of interesting, right? Like, there are
You don't
times
have
when
to
it's
tell me, the Adorno reader, that let's go get them. I mean, yeah.
So like I think sometimes it's fun to analyze the parts of it that are weird and like toy commercially too, and that are propaganda-y and things like that.
Yeah,
yeah.
and I think like a lot of people like to think of like their media that they consume as sort of apolitical, and you kind of get like that vague sort of sense that it's like very like 90s Bill Clinton era politics, obviously. That kind of pervades the show.
Oh no,
But
that the end of history thing is great because it's like a vague, multi-ethnic, military, technocratic force that saves us from everything, and everyone else seems to have no real problems, right? Everything else is sort of banal, interpersonal, but all of the sort of larger struggles are between these and these aliens that apparently no one reports on the news at all. Like it's
right,
not like there's
yeah.
no government. This is the government mobilization to address the problem of huge guys stomping our cities.
It's actually very unclear how much it's reported on. That's actually like a really so this part of the whole thing with the Sentai Truther Club is we like to get into sort of conspiratorial notions, read more in than is there to a lot of what goes on in the show. And what's interesting is that there seems to be this suggestion that Power Rangers in general are somewhat understood to exist, but in this kind of way that also like you could kind of be like, were they really like that?
Like
Or
the
things
citizens of Gotham do not know
like
Batman really exists. It's just like sometimes there's a news story about that, but like for the most part, yeah, some guy drops out of the sky and fights the crime. Is it? No, it's an outrageous claim to make. You wouldn't see that on the news. It
or
makes
even
no
if you're
sense. I love it. Yeah.
decades in when like Batman has been photographed and whatever, there's still going to be a lot of conflicting information about what is Batman really like should you encounter him, right? And like the Power Rangers gives off that vibe a lot. In Ninja Storm, for instance, at the beginning of the season, they hint that they know that Power Rangers exist, but not all of the characters are sure that they believe that they're real, even though all of the characters believe in and practice a form of magic, ninja magic specifically. So they're not even.
I
It's
love
not
the
even
bending
that.
of like, hey, we've put more powers on your powers. Like these kids, they're not just regular teenagers; they're magic ninja teenagers, but they're not magic enough.
That's literally Ninja Storm, and it's honestly kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Power up and win the game. I've played a video. I've done stuff before. I get it. Like,
Yeah, Kennedy rated that season a 10.
It's my favorite season that we've watched.
it might be great. I mean, I've watched a very little of this. I watched Tommy the five episode arc of Tommy being the bad ranger, and also then hanging out with them at school and them not picking that up at all, which is fantastic. Like, yeah, he's the other guy that hangs out with you.
I'd still say that 5-part arc, like I've rewatched that arc 4 times
Solid
already, like in the past year. Like because I remember when we were originally like preparing for this show, like we were still figuring out the format, right? We were still like, should we do best and worst first, or should we do it after we do the season review? Like, should we do it like that? And then we came into the fact that, hey, we should probably do the best and worst first and then the season review, and then like once we started adopting that, it got better. But like I rewatched that same arc 3 times because I knew that one of my favorite episodes was one of the episodes that was in that arc.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually specifically Green with Evil Part 4. And that was the one where Tommy just like fucking obliterated everybody. Like that's the one where he gets like, it's a big fucking meme about how he just like hops into their Megazord and like trashes them and boots them out of their own Zord and everything. Like it's so much fun.
No, and it's devastating because you're at this point because again that's on while I'm watching this live. And I'm like 6th grade, something like that. It doesn't look, I'm older, it's fine. But like it is a very lighthearted show, and there's goofy bullshit and these overdubbed weirdos and the big gold monkey wearing armor, and then oh damn, a long-haired kid that's just like gonna tear you up. That's just you, but he hates you. Like that, and like it's devastating. Like in terms of the kinds of shows that are on. You're not getting a lot of that on your day to day, which is very cool and very well written. I agree. I totally buy that. Yeah, get in there. Four being like, oh hey, we got to make sure he's a good guy by 5, or at least get him out of everyone's hair by 5. So like, this is your biggest the biggest conflict, the heaviest hit.
Yeah, and part of the experience of watching Power Rangers, like outside of analyzing this from a left point of view, is that we also have a filler guide. So around the internet, like you'll look up Power Rangers filler guide, and there's probably like it's so bad. Like we got so I combined 4 different filler guides into one. And I was like, the ultimate Power Rangers viewer guide. And I use that, right? Like we use that as a basis. And we do that every single time, like we'll go through every single season using this filler guide. And like in the earlier seasons when we were recording, for the most part, there was only like maybe like 1 episode or 2 that we were like, hey, this is kind of like not filler. Like they should have put this in there. And it happened kind of it started happening more and more frequently. So then now it's come to the point where it's like,
People
it's
have real
really
opinions about what is and isn't the TV show they want to be watching. And if you give them a chance, they will tell you. Yeah.
right. But like, we're now getting into moments where like people just aren't even throwing in episodes where like Arsenal is introduced. And I'm like, anytime that Arsenal is introduced, that's canon. Like point blank,
There's a new
But
toy.
then
We
like
have to know what that is. Oh, they put all their guns together in a new way to make a new super gun. Okay, well,
We have to know about that. Yeah.
There's a new transformation sequence. It's good. Yeah.
this is going to be a bit of a spoiler, but today I just updated this Ultimate Power Rangers viewer guide, right? And I added in a couple of episodes. One of the episodes that I added in was episode 3 of the entire show. And episode 3 was cut out from this filler guide.
Isn't that Megazord?
No, it's typically Megazord. You are right.
Like, should that be like, yeah, it's like, oh shit, they
in this
also
one-
they have a big robot. Right?
Right. In this one, they introduce like 4 different arsenals, 2 different characters, and like character development across the board.
Because also episode 3, who are these people? Who are these teens again? What are they doing? They
Yeah.
There's
besides they go to
definitely
school together.
there's this tendency by some of the people who make these filler guides to just be like, oh, this character is going through emotional stuff, that's filler. And it's like, sometimes that's really important, actually.
I'm letting you guys know right now, the entire plot to Dino Thunder hinges on episode 3. Because it was completely cut out and it was so confusing and just like I didn't understand why people had the motivations that they did or reacted the way they did. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I watched episode 3 and I'm like, every time I watch an episode, instead of live tweeting it, I just like fire off a bunch of texts to Kennedy. And I completely spam them. And this one, like I was going through it and Kennedy was like, this was the rare moment where Kennedy was actively interrupting me as I was spamming it, going like, what the fuck?
That's beautiful. Yeah, no, it's very difficult to do that kind of editing to a show because there's a lot of shows. They're like, all right, this is you had to like, all right, so you know me, I'm from Gay Space Communism, the Not Safe Media Star Trek show. There's a lot of stinkers out there. I mean, they made 20 something episodes a year of 44-minute long television. And that is a lot that is a lot to put down. And they did not plan it out ahead of time, like prestige television arcs. So I get it. There's some trash in every canon. Like, I mean, I'm watching One Piece right now. And a bunch of that is like, okay, this isn't in the manga. I don't actually have to watch it, but it might be good. But like, again, there's 900 episodes of this. I can skip almost as many as I want and be fine because they come at the other end. Yeah, they're still going to be. He's doing the pirate thing. He's going to go. So like but like a balance of how do I edit this show? Sometimes just in camera. Where I'm
the thing is,
nope,
I was going
to
say,
hear them talk about that. Yep.
No matter how bad some of those eps seem to be, there will be people who defend some of them. And so, like for instance, this is a deep cut, but there aren't that many people watching yet, especially on Twitch. So I'm just gonna derail this for 1 second. That fucking Deep Space Nine episode where they get trapped inside a board game thing, that is like one of the worst episodes of Star Trek ever made. But I have met people that will be like, no, that's a really important canon episode that develops Sisko's character, and I'm like, what? Are you
So
talking?
I just listened to the rough of an episode that we recorded with where we talk about that episode and those aliens at length. And it is by no means a great, I think it's a great bottle episode of Star Trek. Like, right? It is a fantastic planet of the week, but they bring it to you. But like, no, by no means is that an important plot development. It's just it's a planet of the week bottle app. You just make it. And
If you turn your brain off, it's very fun. If you
Yeah.
actually try to think about it, you're like,
No,
wait.
guys show up on your station, and then everyone you know is
Yeah.
trapped inside of a murder maze while you roll dice, and they were like doing whatever. It's not super clear.
Yeah, I think I allowed that for Power Rangers in Space because I got that episode from a different filler guide, and they were like, it's not really like canon for anything, but it's still a really cool mashup of the two, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that still the scene where the Ninja Turtle stretches out his hand. Oh man, that was some 90s magic right there.
90s magic.
There
All
you
right, let's get into this game, or at least start moving in that direction. So Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Grav bought me this game, and he's just sending me messages like,
me
hey,
in the yard.
fight me. Fight me in Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. You won't do it, nerd. It's just like blowing up my Twitter and shit. So I had to do it. No, but actually, I really like fighting games. So I was excited to give this a shot. It's not quite as good as like my absolute favorites, but it's pretty good. And I think Grav is still gonna beat me because I've played Splunky with Grav, and he's better at games than me. But
I think the thing is that like your general gamer skill is more PC and mine is more console, I think.
Yeah, that might be it.
Because you play more like RTSs. It's really weird because like you don't play first person shooters because you're kind of like me. I get motion sick, and you get it as well.
Yeah.
And I had motion sickness for like a couple of years until I figured out it was just like the FOV for the most part. But like I did play quite like for me, I'm not a good fighting game player. Like I basically trained myself to be good at parties for Smash. Like that was like the most I did for fighting games. I tried to be good at Ultra Super Street Fighter 4 at one point, and my favorite character is Fei Long. Shout outs Fei Long. And I gotta say, like, I am slow with the inputs. Like fighting games to me, it's like
it's a
everything happens in
game.
It's like 0.1 seconds, and it's really tough to explain, right? Because like you can show someone a combo and what it looks like, but you have to constantly watch it because you have to feel out the timing, and it's really hard to describe a feeling because like the difference between you pressing like right and then light and then or just light, right? Like light and then right light, or light and then wait a second, then right light, right? Staggering the moves and all that stuff. Oh my god, like that drives me up a wall.
I'm not good at that stuff.
One thing
I did like fighters. Fighters did get me back into fighting games. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. That's some Kino stuff right there.
That game is incredible. That's my favorite fighting game of all time, probably. And I will say that this game echoes a little bit of that, so that's nice.
I'm not a huge fighters guy myself. I mean, I again, from my age, you can establish that more Street Fighter 2 and the original Mortal Kombat consoles ate a good bit of my milk money. But also, like, I do like a lot about in sort of picking up some of and learning about this game to talk about it semi credibly. That it's very like the use of the Smash Brothers style special button rather than like infinite numbers of hand like gestures and combos and pusher and like things you have to do that you have to know. Thank you. Like, hi, I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking adult. I don't have time to learn 100 things. Like, I don't have time for this. Just let me shoot a fireball, please. Oh, good. There's a cool. Great. Thank you. Like,
I can't even play
these different enough with that, like by character design that, but like the move is a thing. Yeah.
That's a hell of a good transition because Kennedy and I had some game talk prior to this.
Yeah.
Just because, like, we miss each other. And we hate these characters.
These new characters. I was like, the funny thing too is, Grav, you originally did this in the hopes that it would make it easier for us to prepare.
Yeah.
Because we both have familiarity with Street Fighter.
Oh,
And
they
so
just
the
spin it as
idea
one of
was,
this. It's not a Street Fighter character. Or it
yeah,
doesn't play like that?
well, okay, well, here's what's confusing for me in particular is that I'm doing Chun-Li, and I am okay with Chun-Li if we're talking about Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter Alpha 2 or a game like that I've actually put many hours into. But this is very obviously Street Fighter 5 Chun-Li, and I am just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I can't get out of stun locks sometimes. Like, it's a mess.
Yeah.
Also, for some reason, Chun-Li and Ryu don't have a special button. I don't know why, because every other character does.
Oh, do you have to do their stuff the way you did way back when, or whichever iteration of the
Theoretically.
game they're
Yep.
from?
Yep.
Oh, good.
You have to actually do the movements of like Hadouken instead of just using the special button. Ultimately, I gotta say, the worst decision. I hated that in Smash Brothers.
Oh,
I hated that in
didn't buy
Smash
the
Brothers.
DLC for
I
Smash.
hate it here.
Yep.
I didn't know
I
they-
did not like that, and I don't like it here. Also, to be fair, I beat Ryu in arcade mode. So I wasn't able. So my training sessions for this sucked. So I had a partner one day, and I trained a bit that day, and I was like, "Huh, well, I still don't understand the mechanics and all that stuff." And then I went out, looked on YouTube, looked at a bunch of videos on there, etc. And then all of a sudden, my internet started acting wonky when I finally had time to train. So I ended up just doing a bunch of arcade mode, and it's fine, right? It's for some reason like the CPUs on even normal difficulty will get a 40x combo on you on an opening. So that's fun. But also
Also, the different
Ryu-
arcade arcs are not balanced.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, there's a couple of those fights in arcade mode that are much harder in the beginning than they are in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh my god.
What a mess.
Ryu's end fight. So Ryu's second to last fight has Ryu, Chun-Li, and I think Tommy face off against Lord Zed.
Well, Tommy being the Ryu of Power Rangers, it makes sense.
Right.
Right. More like the Ken, actually, I guess, right? Would you say?
He's in more of them.
Yeah, because Jason is actually the Ryu of this game.
It's true, but he's the Ken. He's not the Ryu of the whole series because Tommy Oliver continues to. This is his only job, apparently.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I would take it. I am not trying. That is not a. It's good on him.
Except
thing,
he took
stick
it, but
to
then
it.
he was also like, "Oh, I'm busy for like 7 episodes."
Yeah, well, they're still writing. He has to
More
come in and
than
do the
that.
ADR, doesn't he? If he just doesn't show up, you just have it. Like, fine, get the guy in the suit to do this.
Well,
thing.
I don't think you know this, but like after he was stuck in his suit, which was the plot reason, he ended up being invisible for a couple of days and for a couple of episodes after that. So
They
yeah,
really
that was
went
funny.
there.
Writing is just
They
majestic.
really
really
went
went there.
there.
No, I
Okay,
mean,
all right. The audience
I'm
is
sorry.
getting restless, folks.
Let's fight him up. Let's
fight.
All right.
Well,
One second.
let's do a match, and then we'll talk about your characters. Let you take a little break. Let your little thummies clean up, and thanks to you. Fight.
Fight.
All right.
Punching, shooting with lasers, giant robots. Come on.
Here we go.
All right.
I
Should be
wanna
good, right? You
spectate.
guys can hear everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can. Y'all know what video games sound like in the
Not
chat.
bad,
Sound
not
off
bad
if it's
myself.
not doing that.
I have to add myself. I bet. Right? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Enter queue with.
Just go ahead and press
Yeah,
with spectate.
whatever.
There we
That's
go.
fine. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Hold on 1 second.
So what are we looking at there? We've got we've got Grav.
Do I need
running-
to? Do you want to ready up, or are we good?
I don't know what. Oh, Kennedy's doing something.
Okay,
Nothing.
I'm ready.
Kennedy's doing nothing.
Okay.
Looks like Grav has pulled the Tusk Soldier, Trey of Triforia, the guy with 3 things, and I think that's
Ryu.
Eric and Ryu, right? So y'all have to run one of those, of course. How did you choose, by the way?
Matches.
Oh,
Yes.
and we have got Jen Scotts and Scorpina along with Chun-Li.
That's right.
Yeah, I learned the names of some of the people in the thing.
Yeah, let's do this.
She's just gonna cut him with those swords. This seems unfair.
It is actually very.
I mean,
fair.
I get it, but as you know, I am from the Soul Calibur and Samurai Showdown generation.
Just look at how useless
they
Chun-Li
bleeding?
is. Just look at
Yeah,
this.
we need junior hours for real.
Oh, that's kicking though. That is classic Chun-Li. Getting shot in the head is actually more of her dad's thing. This is so this game has got a lot of damn moves, combos, and options to it. Of course, wondering when someone's going to bust out there. So that's the Speed Zord and the Dragon Zord. It looks like these gentlemen have chosen, respectively, left to right.
Ooh, busting out the Megazord already?
Yeah.
The comeback mechanic is being evoked really early, but I suppose we do have a lot of health and chunk. Yeah, well, you are short a bunch of people, aren't you? Yeah, never stop shooting him in the face. That's my motto.
Oof.
Well, you did choose a character that is basically the red shirt.
Got him.
What? What?
Wonderful reversal there. That's beautiful. Oh dear. He's so no. There's a lot of aerials. It looks like Kennedy is choosing a lot more mobile characters. I think I was looking at the bigger list.
I told you I'm a Dragon Ball Fighter Z fan.
No, and you got a lot of area attacks and
You got me there.
Control. Eat fire. She shoots out of her giant pink gun. What you gonna do? Her Majesty's Matched Royal Luggage. You get it.
Hadouken!
Oh, fuck.
Wow. That is quickly over. So looks like Ryu has at least made some showing here between the two. Didn't see a lot of Scorpina, which I didn't care for because that is definitely a character I had weird erotic awakenings about as a child. Nothing.
Eyes on target.
Ooh,
that is a very nice teleport dash. And look. I don't know if Scorpina had just known that the Black Ranger would eventually become a bunch of goons. She would have just left him alone in the show, right?
Oof. Oof.
Now, something I don't know and would love to know more about is whether or not any of these styles map reasonably onto any part of the show, because it feels like that that Jen Scott's character move set would just be like that is a way different stunt person.
Yes!
Wow,
Yes!
across
Yes!
the screen!
Yes!
It's a
From
classic.
across
I
the
actually fucking
screen!
did it.
Wow!
Oh my god, I haven't nailed that one time before now. I just want you to know that.
Oh, that was beautiful and very nostalgic. I see why they put her in here. I've done a very thick thighs save lives build of Chun-Li too, but I'm here for that also.
What? Ah, missed.
Kidding me?
Now that is dangerous. That is a lot of area you got to control with Trey there. Oh dear.
No!
Oh, look at that. Turning it around. And now here comes a car. It's a bunch of cars. Hit him with your car. He's a protester. It's legal.
Oh no!
Ow. All right.
Yeah, we really need to get rid of these Street Fighter characters. I'm not gonna lie, Chun-Li is not good.
That is
At least not to a newbie who's trying to get into battle for the grid.
I'm gonna let the loser choose. I'm gonna let the loser abandon their Street Fighter character as a.
It's just one
as
more
commissioner of this. You have to. You get to definitely abandon her now because you will lose if you do that again.
Let's see.
That was a really good super there, Kennedy.
The Chun-Li kick is definitely evocative. It's like, oh hey, you walked past this arcade machine in some bowling alley. Oh, she did this, remember? Yeah.
All right. I have to have Chun-Li for one more match, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Let's go.
And I'm ready. Switching it up.
That is a very extraneous sort of canon mixing warning at the bottom of that load screen. Like, careful, season 2's got a bunch of bullshit that doesn't match. It's fun. Just be quiet. Enjoy your game.
It's true. It's true.
Right. Go get him, Pirate Queen.
Ooh, you got me. Oh, time to lose half my health.
Again, half of these people should have more guns than they do. Like, granted, Ryu can shoot fireballs out of his hand.
I will say what's frustrating about Gia's gun, though, is that it doesn't quite reach across the screen, and most guns do, and it's just like, why?
Well, because it's a space blunderbuss, which is a well-known worse gun than, you know, almost every other kind of gun because it was first.
Ooh, good stuff. Excellent.
Take note, people who are trying to deal with riot control in the future for any reason, that kicking them in the face a lot does help.
Oh, man. I messed that up. Whoops.
Well, that's okay. Apparently, you can just get hit with a sword a lot as Ryu. That's a pretty resilient stand. He doesn't take a lot of guff, not a lot of stun time there.
Ah. Whiffed. Okay.
This game is definitely set up very aggressively. There does not seem to be a lot of benefit to making any effort to do not your combo or responsive play doesn't, or maybe that's just second tier and we're not there. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah, there comes kicks in the face.
Get done.
Damn, you got me on this one.
That is all right. So you know what? Chun-Li may not be as bad as you were thinking.
No, but just definitely rough compared to some of these other characters.
Sure.
It's forfeit time.
Oh dear. Well, it's a good thing you brought that other lady in there to get stabbed a lot.
Fuck you. I'll bring out my car. Oh shit.
Well, I mean, you better get your Pirate Queen out here to get your car so she can get drilled. Gee, wow, that is.
Ah, messed that up.
Those.
No! No!
Oh yeah,
no!
it's all Zords and cutscenes now, baby. Oh. Oh dear. Oh, it's down to the very, very tiny wire. Up there it is. Real gun beats blunderbuss. It's a well-established military fact.
Let's take a break and talk about the game after this one.
Yeah. No, well, yeah.
Well, we got to do.
Yeah, you got to finish. You might. Hey, now, have faith in yourself.
I didn't say I was gonna lose. I'm just saying.
Is it because we're sweaty?
I mean, that's my secret, Captain. I'm always sweaty. Ew.
Welcome to the one Ryu combo I have.
Well, I mean, it is just punching a lot.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's new. I didn't think I could do that.
What, the jump kick that has been Ryu's thing for the whole time?
Yep.
Never mind. Done.
Yeah, so if you know that big uppercut that's right there, that's what the special button does.
That's it.
And there's no command special either.
Oh,
so
dear.
it's literally just that.
Oh, so and yeah, that's not a great, especially given the other characters all have a lot of things they could be doing at a variety of directions and angles. And it seems from across the damn
You got a gun too?
Yeah.
But it's a worse gun. We talked about this already. But you brought your punching gun. Oh dear.
My guy worked out just in time.
Oh.
Bullshit.
Yeah, he went to a farm upstate to practice martial arts and having his head sewn back on.
No! Get over here.
That's a different game.
Are you serious?
Trading
I
projectiles. And
blocked.
that whole ground cover mechanism that the guy with the tray, the guy with 3 things has going on is really devastating.
No.
Like, Kennedy's going to have to
I
find
hate
a solution
Gia.
for that.
No! No!
Are you for serious?
He's deadly gun shooting you in the face.
Oh my
Furious.
god.
Off the ground.
Those off the ground moves are hard to find.
Oh man!
Gotta
All right, no
love 'em.
more Street Fighter
Woo,
characters.
no more Street Fighter characters. I'm
Yeah,
still
let's
gonna lose, but I
retire.
might lose
That's
with a little
fine.
more grace.
Let's pick just better. Oh,
Ah!
those were quick. That is a fast game.
It's gonna be quick. Like
Oh no,
that's-
I mean I know fighting games are fast, but that game really does not reward patience in any way. It does not appear.
No. It's not like Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which has like a tiny bit of like Dragon Ball Fighter Z has this key mechanic and this like levels of ground kind of thing where it's like there's a little bit more room to get away from your opponent and there's a encouragement to like get away for a second and just yell and charge up Dragon Ball Z style. I miss those moments.
I do think that there's some defensive options that we're just not like. To be clear, both Kennedy and I didn't practice as much as we probably should have.
Yeah.
And there is like something called like the Megazord counter, for example. So with the Megazord counter, you can use like a part of your Megazord bar to just basically send me across the screen and stop what I'm doing while you're blocking.
Also, the character swapping attacks is something I didn't master, which is I think
It looks
it
like there are
seems
a
really
lot of
powerful.
a lot of good ways to get behind and around characters that way, pinning them down and together.
Yeah.
But
The swap strikes for me are a little bit of a risk. So my controller is this. It's essentially a keyboard that functions as an Xbox 360 controller.
sure.
So
That's all here.
Yeah.
The fingertips then.
So like I said, I'm very slow with inputs, so this helps me be faster with my inputs because it's just basically one basic.
No.
button right there.
Typing is a lot more tuned up of a mechanism for me too. Than like I've been playing a lot of Switch stuff lately, and like, oh, this marathoning on like a child's toy is not good for these big old man hands. But
Right, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So like with games on a 2D plane, I think this is great. So this is definitely
if
helping
you
me
don't need the sticks at all. That's perfect.
Yeah, but the timings, I gotta say, because now you're so quick, you then have to slow yourself down depending on the game that you're playing. So like Ryu to me feels freaking amazing. When I press light, it immediately sends out the jab, right? Whereas there's a little bit more frames in the other characters. So with the keyboard, Ryu feels like buttery smooth. That's why I was able to get that easy combo in all the time. But Ryu also lacks range. So that's how Kennedy was able to get some easy swings on me, especially with Gia.
Well, we didn't discuss the inadequacy of punching gun people, but sometimes it works out. I mean, like, you punch
that gun, you do it.
Punch them right in their bullets. So Chun-Li did not pan out nearly as well. You're using a stock Xbox controller, is that right, Kennedy?
That's right. Well, yeah, basically.
Well, not stock necessarily, but a relatively standard
relatively stock. I do have the thumb grips.
Ooh. Now who's providing those? Oh wait, no one sponsors this. They can pay us. No one's gonna pay.
Yeah, no, I just I like playing games on controller. I theoretically might be slightly better on a keyboard for some aspects of this, but I don't think actually that much because I play a lot of action games on controller just in general. So
I mean, if it's your instrument, It's
the
your instrument.
natural fit. I actually like. I am so used to controller that there are some like top down and third person shooters that I can play on controller and beat people playing on mouse and keyboard for
That's
that type
very
of game.
impressive.
But it's
Yeah.
only for the games that I know really well.
I was a console gamer for till like I was 10 or 11. So like I started with like the Super Nintendo and then the N64 and like that's how I got my Street Fighter 2 experience. But
Super Nintendo was my first console. That was everything.
what an amazing console, like honestly.
Yeah. Good
but
fighting games.
I made a 180. Like I transitioned from the gamepad straight into the keyboard. And then now I find it very hard to go back. In fact, like whenever I play like Game Boy Advance games, I'm just like, I'd rather play this with a keyboard, if I'm being honest with you.
I also did some work in, let's say, software archiving. And yeah, there you go. You fucking right? But like, yeah, no, I've played through all the games I never was able to afford and didn't feel like were worth a rent when I was growing up. Like, oh, let me just get all of those while I'm like doing various things. And I'm like, cool, I'll just play these. But yeah, the keyboard, the keyboard setup became very comfortable to me too. But
yeah, for sure.
I'm not intense enough of a gamer to go. I go back and forth because I don't play. I don't like to play twitchy stuff. I don't play shooters. I don't really play a lot of action like Souls games because it's just my life is already hazardous and stressful. I'd like to play I'm more of a strategy, real time simulator, turn-based simulator kind of resource management kind of kid.
That's more my speed a lot. Like Grav was like, you might beat me at this. You can no life games, but I can no life games like that where I'm just sitting there smoking something, just clicking on
if you
stuff.
Take a nap, you just wake back up and it's like, are you ready to take your turn in the fight? And you're like, oh, cool, yeah.
Like practicing for the fighter game on this controller, like you were saying earlier, Paul, like your hands just can't always handle it anymore. I could do like an hour or so and then I need to take a break, you know?
Well, it turns out that's not a great, like this weird claw grip that we're now doing all the time is I need to pick up something with that sort of inside button, that sort of belly button on the controller that's like it's a mappable that is just like, because that great. That takes just a little bit, it adds a different finger into that process.
Well, I just had an idea, Kennedy.
What?
There's a Power Rangers Zeo, I think, fighting game for the Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I guarantee you that's garbage.
That'll be
not going to be good. It was not a good time for licensed products back then.
If it's good, and like at least Street Fighter 2 good or close to it.
Yeah, that'll be our next one. Let's do this though. let's fight again.
All right, let's go. Yeah, let's switch up the teams now, huh?
Yep, I'm switching up my team.
Oh boy! Oh, it is exciting. Oh,
okay.
Oh,
okay.
wow!
Right,
cut his eye! Cut his eye!
Thank you. Oh, okay. Oh, I need this.
Oh wow! Y'all should have seen the Rocky IV shit they were doing before the match. They wouldn't let me stream it because they were all nude, but it was very impressive watching them lift stuff.
All right. The screen
actually,
is...
this cool cloth on my hands actually feels amazing.
Well, yeah, that's why they have. That's not okay. You can know so much about Sentai and yet not know anything about cold, wet cloths.
Oh, I know about boxing. I'm actually obsessed with that boxing anime Hajime no Ippo, which is what we're gonna watch next when we're done with Power Rangers on Sentai Truther Club. I haven't agreed to that. I'm just saying that. All right, let's bring it up.
Let's go. All right, so we're gonna change our teams. No more Street Fighter.
No more Street Fighter characters.
As commissioner of the grid, I'll allow it.
I'm gonna switch to one of those like weird ass styles where you have like one hand on the keyboard and one hand on the controller.
I do like this. I mean, keeping your wrists separated is a good way. It's a good way to keep it. Yeah.
You know-
pull a on you.
I gotta say, oh, you're ready? Okay.
I'm ready.
All right.
Everybody loves a pirate.
Gia's great.
Yeah,
Gia
this
is
is-
great.
I'm not gonna switch my team again. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
Oh, really?
Oh, you better not tell him that.
I'm not.
That
I'm not
seems
bringing in. I'm
strategic.
not bringing in my alternates that I'm worse with because
Magic
I'm gonna be
Snow-
lucky to
Magic
get a W
Snowflake
as
Head
it
lady?
is.
What if I also bring in my alternates that I'm worse with?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, it's classic Zordon. Just watching people beat the shit. Rangers, please stop killing one. This is awful. What?
Why are you doing this, Rangers?
Who are all these people? I died well before any of you became Power Rangers.
This is true, actually. In the lore. That's a good reference.
Thank you. I do show
Very
up with
correct.
some references. Where is your overpowered what is the damn the horrible
Ooh, okay.
robot's name?
No.
Oh. Now this is a lot more of a at least competitive go of it. They were the same lady. They're the same size.
This is true.
That is wonderful. Like, I guess, yeah, you can't write all the dialogue to be different, but hold on.
Oh, wow.
dear.
I did
Oh,
not mean
dear.
to do that.
Oh, well.
You know what I did mean to do? This.
No. Damn, you got me.
I do appreciate modern fighting games giving a lot of the big specials like time to go off so you can both appreciate how screwed the other person is. Like, you're like, I'll have to respond to this for a second. I'll catch up. It's fine. I'm going to watch. She'll do the thing. It'll be cool. I think it's a good animation. I should
Oh my
enjoy it.
god. What is happening? Come on.
You're getting your ass handed to you.
I know.
Well, then don't ask.
It's morphin' time.
Robots. Yeah, no shit, Danger. You don't have any health.
No.
And you're about to get punched with a dragon sword, too. Like, oh.
So
more
I gotta
power
say,
can
this
he
is
do?
what I think my inputs are too fast
Oh,
for the
whoa.
game. Because that whole power up, I'm actively trying to do Gold Rush.
Wow, you're a little. So yeah, it wants something else from you, huh?
Oh!
Oh, one of the very rare blocks that we have seen all match.
I
Look
blocked
at that
earlier.
dodge. Look at those sweet dodges.
I
though.
blocked earlier once. Thank you very much.
Well, that's I really appreciate the use of the spark squibs effect still, because that is one of the things that I'm so glad is continuous throughout all the seasons of this show. Like, oh, you drag a sword across someone, spark squibs, just up. Oh, quick on the draw.
I thought I would get the off the ground hit on that.
And it seems you did, and that's
Ooh.
I am not. Is this weapon is also a whip and a sword? That is wonderful. The Power Rangers have such wonderful toys. Oh, they are. I mean, they are. It's all fine.
Oh no.
Ooh,
No, didn't mean to do that. Whoops.
you really can't get back over to that stun quick enough, can you?
No, not at all.
I mean,
The whole point is for the evasive maneuver, to be fair.
well, I mean,
No
I
way.
appreciate. Otherwise, it is a little more than. Yeah, you already have enough ease controlling the entire screen with that character that I can see why you don't need to give it all of it.
Get out of here. Come back. Ah, the wrong one.
Oh, we're both whip scorpion lady pirate. Yar. Arr, it's morphin' time. Oh, please tell me that is part of that show. Mighty Morphin Pirate Rangers. Come on, this is.
I am looking forward to watching the Sentai version of that one.
Oh wow!
Surprisingly, the pirate one isn't as popular as the one that followed it, and that's mostly just because I'm sorry. That's mostly just
No, that's
because
okay. You use your giant
the
drill.
follow-up was so good. Go Kyger was really good. Ooh, I thought I interrupted that. I did,
Oh,
dude.
you fuck what?
I do like that moment of suspense too.
No, that's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Well, it is. It is a bit bullshit, but you're gonna try cutting it in
Gotcha.
half.
Come on, guys. Let's do this.
Oh. Oh. That is it. And of course, this is just a skin.
Oh no!
Wow. Just like that guy's roommate. No, it's a different guy. You'll explain that to me. It really is odd how this is basically just, hey, some of you are going to be CW actors and some of you are going to be stuntmen and some of you are going to be nothing. Welcome to being Power Rangers.
There's
Because we don't need you. Because the branded character is already, it's fine. That has already been filmed and you don't have to be here for any of that. You just have to be able to do a little bit of a backflip when the putties come out.
Oh my god, I'm getting devastated.
Yeah, you really are. So let's talk a little bit about the charities you're going into.
Let's not talk about my charity. They're not getting anything.
That's fair. Grav, who have you chosen to give your money to once you've finished thrashing your colleague? Condolences to Kennedy's favorite people who are sad.
Grav, who's your charity? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So the name of the charity is Keenan Grimes Community Outreach. It is a homeless shelter out in Knoxville, Tennessee. I've donated to them before, but they do great things. I mean, they help house the homeless. They help provide meals, health care, basic needs, and as well as they run community events too. So I figured throwing them an extra $100 would be amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also, you know, honestly, I just want to have a fun time with my friend, my best friend, Kennedy. And I figured why not make a show of it.
I'm having a good time, even if I am getting completely stomped for the most part.
To be honest, I gotta say, I did not know that my Jason was gonna be good today.
You really pulled that one out.
It happens to a lot of guys.
Yesterday, my Jason was terrible, and I was like, "Oh wait, I think I played too much Ryu lately." I focused too much on trying to get like somewhat decent with Ryu, and I figured out that one combo, and that's as far as I got with him. But surprisingly, I pulled through. I had a really hard time doing those dashes with Jason. You know how they go across the screen. Those are much easier to do for me for some reason than Trey of Triforia's Gold Rush. But hey, it worked in this past match.
All right, you ready for another one?
Yeah, you don't want to tell us about your amazing Gia?
What? I play video games.
All right, if you guys want to see me be extra bad, hold on.
I trained a lot with Scorpina just because I wanted to troll you by having her.
Scorpina's a good character.
She's actually surprisingly good, which is funny because she's not a very good character on the show.
Yeah, well, no, she's an easily D-level villain that you just have always. She's never as good as the thing that they have a maquette of that then becomes a guy that then becomes a bigger guy.
She just gets straight murdered by the main villain of the season towards the end too. Like, it's just like it's a weird thing.
Well, it is. I mean, look, it's
definitely one of those things where I'm just like, ugh. I do wish that we did have a little bit more. We did have a little bit more training because I would love to be good with these characters in particular. So we were able to register up to 9 characters, and I utilized that pretty much to its full potential, just in case I hated any of the characters. And I also didn't want the show to be boring. Right?
Well, I mean, I think we're doing fine because look at this featureless room you've decided to fight in.
It's the training room.
Listen, sometimes you train. You don't just always do cool stuff. What is happening? Okay, here we go. Are my inputs even okay?
So Quantum Ranger over here is kind of an anti-combo type of guy. Let me tell you. You think of combos in the traditional sense of like, oh, just press like X X Y Y B B whatever, right? Eric's all like, hey, you gotta input some directions in here to even get like a combo beyond maybe 3 or 4X.
That's so a little more demanding on the player than some
Oh,
of your other
Pog,
characters.
I think I missed. Oh no!
Oh, she's got arrows.
Yes.
She's using arrows. Oh,
No.
that is everybody.
All right.
Look at those wonderful quick little.
Lauren, in my view, is just really hard to master.
She's good though.
Well,
Yeah,
the way
but-
the Samurai Power Ranger
if
is.
I had
short.
had more time, I would have put her on my roster, but I was like, I don't have any time to even try to learn her.
Oh yeah, I put her on the roster just because I was like, I think she's really powerful, and I was right, she is. But my God, she's a lot. Like that is like 3 buttons instead of 2, which is a lot in a fighting game.
No, I know it's a lot with the number of hands and fingers with the traditional human carries.
How did I do an 18-point combo? I don't know.
We
How did
can't
that-
answer any of that. We
Thank
don't.
you for using your bad characters and going easy on me.
Yeah, no, it's a real shame you didn't just go full
next
on.
time I'll use my bad characters just. To
You might win with Udana. I'm scared of Udana.
Madonna, Udana. Everybody Donna. That's please don't let me make any more puns. Oh no! Microsoft pointers of era appropriate Microsoft icons.
No! No!
Oh no, ACAB.
Yes!
Are you kidding?
Oh, that is not a very ACAB.
I was
single
able to
time
put in
entity.
the input for the Megazord. Let's go.
That was bullshit. That was bullshit.
That's terrible.
Bullshit.
That was way too close.
Well, it's a best of 3.
Oh no,
So I
I
gotta
mean
somehow
I would like
pull it
to-
off again.
I don't. I mean, I want to believe in something, but y'all are making it difficult.
No! Get away! Gia, you're too good.
Time for all of us to get shot together in the face.
Time Force. That's not a true combo, by the way. It looked like one, but it's not.
Oh well, I'm sure that it. I mean, like the viewers, they can see the counter. Oh, there is a. They leave those. Leave your partners on screen a long time. Give them a lot of opportunity to get shot.
No! I'd rather you die. It's okay. Sorry, Eric. I don't know you that well. It's okay. I'll sacrifice you.
Oh, see, he's having sort of a Schrodinger's fighting game guy.
I need more quantum power.
Yeah, you do.
I'm dead.
See, that's
Alright.
the thing about quantum effects is they mostly don't happen at this level of order, so his powers really aren't that useful.
No, get away.
He's just a guy with a gun.
Oh, I could have get a confirm. No, look.
That's a good number of those.
No,
Look at
no,
all that-
no.
Oh no!
I like
Rangers together.
Tina because
Samurai
she's kind of like
forever!
the Ganon of this game. Like, if you've ever played Ganon in Smash,
Mm-hmm.
how Ganon, like, he doesn't look super heavy, but then he moves around kind of heavy.
Yeah.
But then he hits stuff, and you're like, oh, but this is kind of cool because he hits so hard.
Get away. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Ah!
This at least seems reasonably well balanced in that regard, where nobody's too slow. But I did notice Dragon Armor Trini is in there, so that will. Oh,
Yeah, Dragon Armor Trini, huh?
It
Really interesting choice.
like we don't really have any other huge not Zord characters.
What could we include?
Nobody else lasts long enough. Literally, only 3 of the villains ever last long enough to do
GG.
anything. And like Rita Repulsa released.
Oh,
as,
you
like, a
can't die
Shang
by
Tsung.
Megazord, dude. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you got to do some work. You got to do something. Apparently,
Good job.
Oh,
This sucks though,
boy.
because now I'm just dragging out the tournament.
Oh my god.
Well, I
You
mean,
know you want the win.
he might get it, but let's see if he gets tired.
Eric, stop.
Yeah,
Eric,
stop
stop.
getting
Eric,
shot.
Eric,
Use your
Eric,
powers
Eric,
of
just do
quantum to
something,
not
Eric.
be shot.
Get away!
See, pirates existed mostly before quantum anything really was discovered, so they don't believe in it and it doesn't matter to them. On the other hand, everyone knows what it's like to get hit in the head with the butt of a gun.
Why are you being like this? That's what I want to know.
What do you mean? It's a ranger with a gun, dude. What do you want?
He's
With the
not
gun
a-
is so whack. You know this.
He's not
Well,
a ranger. The
That's why
tusk-
when you win with him, he goes, I didn't think I had it in me. No
Because
one
he's-
did.
Because he doesn't. He's just a stormtrooper. He's supposed to have been beaten to death hundreds of times by now.
Ooh, good one. Oh, the recovery on that's bad, dude.
It does seem that way. The samurai doesn't. It doesn't. If you don't hit with her,
No!
you definitely
Don't do
leave
that.
yourself sitting there for that kind of stuff. You know.
Ah!
Yarr!
We did it, dude! The dream! I didn't want her. I didn't want her there. Nope, I didn't want her there. Get away, please. Thank you.
Oh. Oh no. That was probably so.
I need more quantum power. Quantum to quantum to
Oh, he's made his sword into a gun in a action of getting more power, or a gun into a sword, which is yeah. This is
Well, he's doing something.
they're definitely making an effort. Oh,
Oh my god. I like how sometimes it will start to do the animation, and even make
What?
the sounds,
Why
but
did
then
you do
not
that,
do my
dude?
fucking shit.
Holy
There, get
shit.
fucking
Ah,
eaten
no,
up by
dude.
fucking
Let's go,
arrow
dude.
oh, you're calling it an airstrike? That is terrible. What? No, unacceptable.
Are you kidding
way?
me?
Hey, like, can like more of
You
me
called
show
out
up?
for the assist?
I was trying to summon my Zord. This game fucking doesn't know the difference.
Evidently, but you seem to be focus your rage though, because it's working, Kennedy.
No, Grav will just switch back to his good characters and destroy me.
So,
Well,
well,
you're
what
doing
do
it right now.
I've never seen someone in victory hold their head in their hands like that, Kennedy. That's... So, well, while Grav picks the Rangers that'll be beating yours, what is the charity that is got a fingernail hold on victory here?
The charity that I would ideally give some money to today is Fash Opposite 505, which is an anti-fascist organization that does a lot of mutual aid work, including like giving food away and things like that, helping people that are facing eviction, and other kinds of anti-fascist work that might interest you, depending on your interests. So
People who've enjoyed anti-fascism also gave money to and devoted time to.
yeah. So
I think you're boned, though. I mean, I'm looking at this lineup. But
No.
Yeah, no,
I'm so
it's
happy
gonna-
for the good work they're doing. God bless
I
them.
put in Linda. Lauren. Sorry, my bad. Lauren.
let me. Wait, no, I don't want to do it like this though. Hold on. I gotta figure out. Okay.
It's so fun how they've given how
Um,
some of the characters definitely have like very scary and meaning, like Trey for you. Like, all right, great, that's it. Yeah, and then like Lauren, like sure, Also, also a superhero name. I can't argue with that. She's clearly got the thing is it's
Clearly doing it.
I mean, I'm not, but like Dave versus Zalthar.
All right, you
All
ready?
right.
Rangers together, samurai forever.
It doesn't get less cheesy, but it does get more.
Yeah, it's not
believable.
making me look forward to or watching Power Rangers Samurai.
Time for Time Force.
Time Force. Why am I on the other side of the screen?
Home field advantage trades off. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not much of a sportsman. Why are there tires? Is this just a no? Oh.
What? Come on. There we go. Fucking.
Yeah, stop getting cut up by a severely way cooler show. Oh, there you go.
Whoa! Look at who came to party. Udana came out to play.
The human snowflake. No, that's not. I mean, it's just because of the thing in her head. I'm sure she's very powerful.
I actually don't know if she's human.
She is trains the Mystic Rangers, is what I'm understanding. From don't tell anybody. I have some version of Wikipedia open.
Oh my god, I'm getting so devastated.
Yeah, and like I can also I'm seeing that they're actually adding this loss to greatest military defeats of all time as we speak, which is very weird. Like there's a lot of Wikipedia discussion on the topic, but the editors are ultimately saying
What? Don't fucking magic pixel me. That's bullshit. Come on, I'm already losing hard enough. Oh my god, now you're gonna get Ryu back.
I mean, is that
You
really
can do a
necessary?
strike.
There's so many more characters on Grav's side of the screen still. I don't know that getting Ryu back, the admittedly worst one of them, is really going to make that big of a difference.
It's still fucking bullshit.
Oh yeah, I know. And then he's about to hit you with a robot is also bad.
This is why I didn't want to win that last one.
Sure, but like, I mean, it is a pretty sweet.
Because now I have to do this this time and then one more time.
Oh my god!
I know. It's
How
gonna take,
about
like,
you try and win?
8 whole minutes of your life.
I am trying, Grav. That's the bad part.
Okay, well, why don't you try harder? I'm not a great coach, I admit.
Oh, fuck.
Get one of them tires and throw it at her.
Oh right, I forgot about this. Wait, huh?
What? Your enormous sword that stretches across the screen?
How does that fucking strike just hit everything?
Yeah, there are a lot of characters that do a lot of that. So I was noticing, watching some of my prep stuff, that Lord Zed has a sort of teleport variant on the dash, which may be very useful for stuff like that, but you'd never find out playing like this.
Yeah, Lauren was like, so one of the YouTubers I was watching has like breakdown of characters from when they like first released, if they were DLC. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's it. Is that it? Really?
Literally, it threw me back before the combo. Why would the combo make that possible?
Because it definitely is a very short range combo that you really need to be right there next to him for, it looks like.
Let's go.
Whoops.
Sweet boost.
Timed that wrong.
Oh, that fight in the
Of course,
background
when I
is
try to
nice.
swap out my character on the Magic Pixel game, like, no.
Did you remap the controls, by the way?
A little bit.
I'll handle this. Chiba. Chiba. Flame corridor. Samurai fire. Chiba. Samurai fire.
Ooh.
Samurai fire. Samurai fire. Chiba.
That is a lot of flaming flowers.
Yeah, I gotta say, like that's her assist too. It's pretty good.
Oh,
Not Trey.
There's got to be something you could do to stop that from happening, but it doesn't look like it's much.
Nope.
Ouch. Well,
Woo.
I know what to do.
Woo.
is it keep
Woo.
thrashing Kennedy at this? Because
We only got one match left. Come on, Grav. You can do this, Grav.
Gotta admit, Eric Myers in the alternate costume is so good. I don't like Ryu's Ranger costume, to be honest with you. I am a fan of helmetless Ryu, though, for sure.
put on old skinless.
All right,
Skinless?
there
Yeah, no, like the Lord Zed.
There you go.
Oh, he's
Ah.
on my team. I replaced him with Eric Myers, remember?
Oh, that's right. No, that's right.
Which
Well,
I think is probably for the best because
Yes.
I really don't know. Eric Myers.
Kennedy's doing a good job pep talking Grav and then down talking themselves. So there's a lot. It's not great. There's a lot of force maximizing going on. A lot of leverage being applied.
Let's see. Let's do Trey.
I knew I was gonna get owned. Like I said, I've played Splunky with Grav.
I don't know what Splunky is, but I'm gonna
It's one of the
assume
world's most punishing video games.
Yeah, it's also not worth
good.
playing or wasting your time playing.
Yeah,
Thank
don't
you.
ever play Splunky.
Thank
by
you.
the
Yeah,
way.
That's a
never
good-
play it.
That's a
Never
quality
play
tip.
it.
But it's an extremely punishing game, and basically, it's like how much masochism can you take to persist to the very end of the game? And then you find like the trillion different Easter eggs in the game that make it suddenly more worth playing,
The name
Which it still isn't.
which
Just
have like different endings, and you unlock different characters, etc., and learn more about the story. It's worth it if you like it, but it's still very masochistic.
I have other ways to do that. Thank you. Good tip.
Fuck.
Oh, is that?
You
the,
didn't see
is
me
that
from
the-
there, dude, did you?
That is the Ranger Hunter, isn't it? But wearing
Oh,
her
no,
original
this is
green
just
pink
Kimberly.
costume.
Prior to being Ranger Slayer.
Oh, she is not. Did not catch her in the available lineup.
Well, she's Ranger Slayer, but yeah,
But right, well, there you go.
Yeah.
That being the key there.
Yeah.
In a different timeline.
alternate.
In a different
yeah.
She has
time.
blue hair.
So,
she voted for Bernie.
can you believe all these kids are just getting high out back of a mountain, and they're like, "Yeah, look at these jumpsuits we got. These are great."
That's probably one of. Wow, dude.
just lie on the ground
Bullshit.
shooting, huh?
What the fuck is that?
It's called the lounge and blast. The lounge and blast. I don't know. The drill and chill.
Did you just literally go through and find the characters that had the goofiest, most garbage fucking moves that you could find? Oh, Eric Myers lies on the ground and fucking shoots you.
I don't know
This
if you
is the
understand how
stupidest
entertainment
shit.
works, but slapstick comedy is a pretty good way to go. Lie on the ground some more and shoot at him. He hates that. Kennedy hates. Sorry, they hate that. Kennedy hates that. It's great. Oh, damn! Why are they all shooting at
call
once?
The power of Pyramidas.
Wait, is your Zord a building?
Yes.
Oh
it's a
yeah, and
pyramid,
then
dude.
unlike
I understand.
almost everyone else, Trey of Triforia has a special that can't miss. So you know,
Well, you could block it.
Can you? How? Is there a button for that? Tell Kennedy about it.
Yeah, you just put
Oh,
your
you
hands in
ser-
front of your
no,
face, and then the
no,
building can't
no.
get you.
Oh, that's
no,
smart.
You cover your eyes, and it's not there.
no.
I don't know. It looks like oh.
It looks very there. Yeah, I don't think this hypothesis
you don't
is
feel like-
really supported by the evidence.
So you don't feel like there's a solipsistic approach to one-on-one combat? Not the right
Yeah, I
way to
learned
go.
my lesson though. See, Grav starts telling me today. Yeah, so I watched this YouTuber that like theorizes about which characters are the fucking shit and how to combo with them and stuff. I'm like, I just played the game, dog. Like,
Well, look, Grav is nothing if not dedicated.
Apparently, but also
Oh
I-
my god!
Dedicated to characters with goofy
Get outta
animations.
here. I also picked like the hardest characters to fucking master.
yeah, whatever.
Yes,
Fucking
well, you
lays on the
seem to have
ground
done
with the gun.
reasonably
Hardest
well.
character.
This is kind
Hey, he
of the
trained
theory
for
versus
years.
Praxis divide, like illustrated when you think about it. Grav went and learned all the theory, learned everything there is to know about this in the abstract. Kennedy just got good.
Well, I did the
let's-
Praxis. I put in a lot
Yeah,
of
Grav
time.
did plenty of time too. I'm just saying. I didn't
Oh, I'm
know. I didn't know there
100%
was
talking
gonna
shit.
be. I didn't know there was gonna be watching strategy videos of the top fucking people who play this game or whatever.
Oh wow, he needs more power. So again, gun's a sword now.
You're just not competitive enough, Kennedy. Like in your soul.
It's weird because
You want
like
too
I was
badly
saying-
for
I
other
was
people
saying, I
to
was like,
succeed
Kennedy
as well.
No Lives games. Kennedy would be perfectly fine.
Kennedy's doing all right at this. Honestly, this is taking a second to get Kennedy get the feet under him, but we're starting to see some comebacks here.
Sure you can.
Well, no, I suppose not.
What?
Wow, some classic
Whoa.
moves. That is a
That was probably the most Street Fighter moment that happened in this game.
yeah.
I really like all of these like super smashes they have going on though. They're pretty fun.
Yeah, it is.
They've well animated all of
Watch
these.
this!
Oh, there we go.
Mhm.
That full screen Capcom style fireball.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Now it's
Yeah,
morphing.
what's that thing?
That is the tail of the dragon sword.
It sure is.
Well, one hopes it's the tail.
That's exactly the joke I was making.
There it is. There, it's a full flopper.
Oof.
It can
Oof.
full flop on me if it wants to. It's like
I'll
a fun
play.
time. My favorite thing to do is sounding with screws and drills.
It's if you want to
Damn,
crush some
Kimberly.
rocks or your fast deference, it's ready to go.
Mhm.
It's over. Thank God.
Is it? Was that 5 wins?
There
Those 5
is
moves.
no Power Ranger God.
I thought that was 4.
No, that's 5.
Damn.
Yeah, that's.
Can we do one more?
Nah.
No.
No, Kennedy's. No, please stop.
was
Kennedy's
having
already
so
dead.
much fun. I did some Street Fighter moments I didn't think was possible.
I did get the Chun-Li combo, which I didn't think was possible, so I am proud of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I mean, I was having a ball. That was freaking great.
It sure was.
Listen, we can do this again, but apparently, like I said, I gotta watch like the top fucking fighting game people and learn the pro strats. You gotta
I
warn
watched
me
a
next time.
YouTuber with
You gotta.
6K subscribers.
That's one of the top people for this game, probably, dude. This game is not popular.
Popular enough to have like 4 seasons. Dang.
Dang.
Of the
Yeah.
game?
That's every
Yeah.
game now. Like a DLC
Yeah,
character, reskinning fighting game characters is not like the hardest thing in the world. I appreciate that a lot of work goes into it, and I do not mean to denigrate it at all. But like, hey, we made 4 more of those people in pastel jumpsuits that you like from the thing that has hundreds of them. Like
Mhm.
that's a pretty good long tail of revenue. Is all.
Well, and the truth is, at this point, you're exporting the characters' animations with the hitboxes built in. So it's not even like, you make the character, you hit the export button, whatever Adobe program you're probably using or Unity or whatever is just like, here you go, it's a game now.
Yep.
I'm
it's fun,
bummed I
though.
mist so much of this epic battle, though.
It
I'm
was
sorry.
epic. You should have gotten here sooner. It was a lot
I know.
of
I wish
fun.
I had to. You know what
Um,
happened is I fell asleep at like 1:00 in the afternoon, and then suddenly it was 6.
All right. First of all, if we do this again, we're not using the Street Fighter characters, right? We agree on
Yes.
that.
No, but you
Street
have-
Fighter
that was-
characters.
You
That
have to
was-
use any new characters. That's certain. We want to move it.
I
like,
might
yeah,
I
but
might have had a thin chance of winning today.
I
except
agree.
Chun-Li
Without
kept
that.
kicking you in the shins.
Now, I don't know. You and I did have a very distinct conversation about Scorpina. And I do remember you saying that Scorpina was primarily to inflict psychic damage on Grav.
Yeah,
So
yeah. But she's also a good character in the game.
Yeah,
if you
she is a really
recall,
good
I
character.
said she's a bad character on the show,
yeah.
which is
Yeah.
why. But she's actually good in the game, which is actually like, you kind of where was this? I want to see the season where this is the villain, like this badass Scorpina, instead of like Scorpina shows up occasionally, is cool like one time.
Yeah, it's Scorpina really is just like, hey, we got Goldar with tits. You like that, right, kids?
We'll have to watch Zoo Ranger for a Sentai Truther Club.
Ooh.
Yeah,
But also I was gonna say, let's also maybe the next time we'll do the Super Nintendo game.
that'd be cool.
That
we could definitely do
game
both,
looks
sure.
abysmal. I mean, I am excited to tell you more about it, but it is wow.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to put a picture up on the screen for everybody still watching before we go. Appreciate everybody who tuned in, especially everybody who stuck it out all the way through. I know that I was frustrated, but I had a good time.
I wanted to.
Wait, it's a racing game? I thought it was a fighting
that's
game.
Battle Racers. You think look for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the
hold on,
fighting
wait, but
edition.
hold on. I gotta show
Oh,
you this.
This
though.
also is something. Yes.
This is something. Hold on. So
Yeah, we could do both.
I searched Power Rangers Zeo SNES, figuring I would get the right game.
No, that's like a skitchin / like a Mario Kart.
Look
Power
at this.
Rangers. Again, it was a weird time for franchise video games. A
What
bad
the
time.
fuck?
A very bad time for franchise video games.
Oh,
That's
no.
awesome.
There you go. That's what you want up there, a little up and to your right. Was your...
I'll try and see how we can do it, but we'll definitely try and
this one
do some
that
some
seems
Power
to be
Rangers games.
Run it through an emulator, maybe.
Certainly not on emulator.online, the home of malware, but we'll find somewhere.
Service for doing retro games versus each other, fighting games specifically.
Okay, yeah, we could do it with we could do Mighty Morphin the fighting game, and then we could do the kart racer as well, and then some more Battle for the Grid. I'd be happy with that.
Also, this isn't Power Rangers, but I'll tell you what else we should do if we get into that stuff. There's an old JoJo's Bizarre Adventure cabinet fighting game.
All right, I'm in on that one.
It's amazing.
Dibs on cars.
I don't think the Pillarmen are in it because everybody has.
That's
a stand.
fucked. Okay, so it starts with season. Yeah, okay. Part 3 forward. Got it.
It's a part 3. It's not even part 3 forward. It's just part 3 because this is from when the original anime came out, and the original anime only went through the end of part 3.
Sweet. Well, in that case,
yeah, actually, I'll find some pictures of it because it's amazing. It's a really amazing looking game, and it's one of my favorite fighting games because it's weird.
I just want to say before we also head out, I like to put on a good show. I think Kennedy always knows that. So that's why I was like, oh, I want to get hit. I want to get the freaking combos, dude, and then like come out and all this other stuff. Yeah. So the reason why I quit out of Ultra Super Street Fighter 4 and a bunch of that stuff is just I don't have the patience, or not the patience, but like my brain is very hard to comprehend on timing. So like I just get it, like my brain wants to throw a tantrum when I don't get a combo right after like 5 to 10 minutes.
Look, Dio can literally smash someone with the steamroller in this game.
Nice.
Oh my god, yes. I got dibs on Iggy though. Iggy is
that's great.
My little man's. He better be in it.
I think he might be. Anyway,
if you made a JoJo fighting game and you forgot to put Iggy in it, listen. You don't love JoJo.
This was super fun. Thanks everybody again for tuning in, like I said. And also, hey, if you don't already listen to the Sentai Truther Club, just search Sentai Truther Club anywhere podcasts are found. Rachel's been on it. Paul's going to be on it in a few weeks. And lots of other cool, amazing, just wonderful people have come on it. to talk with us about the Power Rangers.
Hell
Um,
baby is in the
Um,
Twitch chat.
yeah, Hell Baby, who's been out there in Twitch chat, has been on the show, and lots of just super fun people. And we hope that you check it out and come have some fun with us sometime, because we have a lot of fun making this show.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you guys next time on Sentai Truther Club.